Hello, my name is Lieutenant Colonel Brendon Toolan, and I am the commander of the Mid-Atlantic Army Recruiting Battalion. Our organization of Army Career Counselors is responsible for providing career opportunities for both the United States Army Active Duty and the United States Army Reserves in the city of Philadelphia and the state of New Jersey. I want to thank Ms. Judy Yu, President of the Korean American Foundation of Northeastern United States, for allowing me the opportunity to engage with you today, the Young Korean Americans Forum, about Army career opportunities in both the United States Army Active Duty and the United States Army Reserves. I'd like to start by telling you my story about how I ended up joining the United States Army. I am a resident, or was originally from the area of Philadelphia in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, and in 1998 I joined the Army. And for the last 21 plus years, I've had the opportunity to serve in the United States Army Active Duty all over the United States and the world. Personally, I have served in the Republic of Korea on 4 separate occasions as late as back as 1999 and as recently as 2019. And it's been an honor to have spent over 8 years of my life living in South Korea, working alongside our Republic of Korea allies, as well as a multitude of Korean Americans who serve in the United States Army. Korean Americans have served the United States Army over the history of our Army so well, and it builds and it adds to the diversity of our formation, and Korean Americans have proudly served in a multitude of jobs in the United States Army. It's been an honor to meet those individuals and to serve alongside them over the last 2 decades of my Army service. One of the things I want to talk to you today is about the opportunities in the United States Army. But I would be remiss if I did not start by talking about kind of the environment that we are living in here in 2020 as we get ready to roll into the year 2021. The current environment, obviously, with COVID and all those things going on, are affecting young people at a disproportionate rate. Obviously, all of our lives have been affected by COVID. And that you can see that in the numbers when you look at the number of unemployed people around our country, both in the region and the United States as a whole. But it also talks about how many people are underemployed because job opportunities are not exactly in the position that they were prior to the pandemic affecting the world. And so you have a large proportion of young people that are coming out of high school and college and are being underemployed or are currently struggling to find steady employment. College experiences for those who have chosen the college route are completely different than the experience that I had back in 1995. So right now, all learning is either in a virtual environment or you're not living on campus, and therefore a lot of young people are spending lots of money in terms of student loans to go to college, but aren't getting the full college experience. And then you have the issue of student loans and how much money it costs to go to college now, and how long it takes people to pay back those student loans. And so again, the current environment we're living in is disproportionately affecting young people. I am here to tell you, though, that the United States Army is hiring and offering the same opportunities that we always have. The Army has worked very hard to figure out how to continue training safely and doing our job for the nation, and that has allowed us to continue to offer these opportunities for talented young men and women so that they can continue to build careers as they try to figure out exactly what they want to do in life. Right now, the Army offers a system of 2 to 6 year enlistment options for both the active duty and the Army Reserve, which I'll talk about in a second. And with those 2 to 6 year enlistment options, there are tangible and intangible benefits that I'll highlight here in a minute. The United States Army Active Duty is the full-time Army. And so if you were to choose that as an option, you would join the Army, you would go off to training, you would go to a follow-on unit, and then depending on how long you enlisted for, you would serve full-time as a United States Army soldier. The United States Army Reserves is slightly different in that this would give you the opportunity to attend training, and then you would return home to your local communities where you'll most likely go to weekend training about once a month, and a couple weeks of training in the summer, and then would serve part-time as a member of the United States Army Reserves. And so right now, the Army is offering both active duty full-time and Army Reserve part-time opportunities, like I said, in those 2 to 6 year enlistment options. The tangible and intangible benefits of joining the Army are just very vast, and one of the reasons, or many reasons, why people continue to knock on our door as recruiters and career counselors asking for those opportunities. I'd like to highlight a few of those here for you today. The biggest one, obviously, in today's environment is the steady income that one would receive, particularly being in an active duty Army soldier. So you join the Army, and you know that you're going to continue with a steady income to provide for both you and your family, even during these trying times. The Army also offers housing or housing money for both individual single soldiers as well as families. And so you can be assured that if you join the Army active duty, that the Army would offer housing money or housing to you and your family. The Army, both active duty and reserves, has full medical and dental coverage for both you and your dependents. And so no matter what occurs in your family's life, you can be sure that the Army is going to take care of your medical and your dental needs. Another huge benefit that people are usually interested in is our tuition assistance for college. So while serving as an active duty Army soldier, you can continue to take college courses, and the Army will assist in paying for those credits. And a lot of ways people, what they'll do is they'll come into the Army, they'll take care of a lot of their 101, 201 type classes, and then when they get out, we'll have money for college to continue towards their 4-year degree or their master's degree. For those who qualify and have already completed college, there is a program for college loan repayment. And so as you have racked up some student loans, the Army is willing to pay for those student loans if you qualify. Another benefit being offered is the post 9/11 GI Bill, which I myself have taken advantage of. And so you join the Army, you serve on active duty, and you receive the post 9/11 GI Bill benefits, which allows you to pay for college, master's degree if you want to pursue that. But in some cases, and what I have chosen to do, is I've passed those benefits off to my family members, which has allowed them to pursue higher education for free. Another benefit I want to talk about is the Army's credentialing and certification program. So depending on the job you choose in the Army will credential and certify you at the same level that we do for our civilian counterparts. And so one good example would be a mechanic. If you joined the Army as a mechanic and went through the Army's training, you would be certified the same way mechanics are certified throughout the United States. And then if you chose to leave the service, you would already have all of those qualifications, credentialing, and certification to transfer to a civilian job. Obviously, the Army has travel opportunities. Like I have told you, I have served in South Korea on 4 separate occasions. I've been in Germany, Kuwait, Iraq, Afghanistan, all over the world, which has given me an opportunity to see the world and to really reflect on those experiences. And then there are countless other just intangible benefits, soft skills as they're usually referred to, that the Army provides by just being a soldier. The Army offers 150 different career fields or jobs if you choose to enlist. And I just want to highlight some of them because a lot of people, I think, who consider Army service or at least think about the Army kind of picture only a few jobs, usually combat related, because that's what we see on TV and in movies. But the Army has 150 different military occupational specialties that you could choose from. We have 50 specialties alone for medical service. That is nurses, biomedical engineers, x-ray technicians, dental hygienists. All of those fall under the medical career fields in the Army. We have strategic communication positions that deal with satellite communications, internet, and data link-based communication platforms that allow us to talk all over the world. We have engineering specialties, which are construction, both vertical and horizontal construction jobs, and then as well as our cyber defense career fields. And those are just a few among many of the 150 jobs you could choose in the Army when you come in to see a career counselor. Before I tell you how you can get in contact with us if interested, I do want to highlight one more benefit of the Army service. For those young Korean Americans who are trying to build a life, a resume, and a career, I would be remiss if I didn't highlight the benefits of just leadership training that comes with being an Army soldier. Even though you enlist and may start out as a private, the Army places immense leadership responsibility on all soldiers. You will end up leading small teams of both peers, subordinates, and you will get vital leadership training that translates into any career that you choose. So whether you choose to serve in the Army for only 3 years or whether you choose, like me, to make it a career for 30 plus years, you will get immense leadership opportunities and experience, which any career and industry that you choose, those are in high demand. And so I challenge each of you to consider Army service, if nothing more than just to continue to build your skill set as you try to figure out what you want to do for your professional career. For those who may be interested in finding out more information, I encourage you to go to www.goarmy.com, where you can put in a small amount of personal information, and that will be routed to one of our career counselors who will be in contact with you. Another way is for you to reach out to any one of the 38 recruiting stations that we have throughout the state of New Jersey and the city of Philadelphia. A simple Google search for a local Army career counselor should provide you the information to your local Army recruiter. And we would love for you to come in, sit down with one of our career counselors, and just learn more about what it's like to serve in the United States Army. Again, I'd like to thank Ms. Judy Yu of the Korean American Foundation of the Northeastern United States for allowing us to talk with you today. And I encourage every one of you to consider Army service as you begin to build your career. I hope that I get to serve with you somewhere along the way. And for all of you, I wish nothing but the success in your future endeavors. Thank you, and go Army.